put it into practice, you will see a result, and you too, you'll be amazed. So, so let me start. The first principle is process. Can somebody repeat it? Process. And now, so when we say process, a process is the ability to go through something, ability to experience something by yourself or through somebody that know about what you want to learn. So, for instance, you want to be a photographer, and you just go to the market or you go to Nikon stand and buy camera, and then you begin to point and shoot. You are not just a photographer. You are just a camera carrier, or you are just someone that loves taking pictures. So when they want to call, they will call people that take picture. And that's why for events sometimes they will call some people, I beg, come take me picture. Because those people, they did not pass through formal training. Some of them, they start the training, but they did not finish it. So when we go further, you will get to know why, and some of us, why are we in that position that we are today? Why sometimes, this thing be like say, they work. But meanwhile, they work for some other people. Did you check them? And this man did not know that our keynote speaker, Mr. Adedayo, did not know that I have this in here. But what did he say? First, second, third. So, and the same thing I have here. The same thing I have here. So, so when we say the first is a process, a well-defined and efficient workflow in critical for achieving goals, it involves planning, execution, and continual improvement. So, in other words, you say consistency. That's why you see today we are here another year, which is 9th year. So first year, second year, third year, and every year we try to improve. Because where we started from, Oshodi, Church Street, off Church Street, we know what happened that day. Projector off, screen disappear, all of them happen. Generator off and on. But we say something that day that no, that if you carry millions of naira equipment, we don't supposed to go somewhere like that. So we have to raise the banner. And second edition, this is the hall we use. Third edition, fourth edition, I think fifth or sixth edition, we now take the bigger one here, one of the bigger hall here. Do you understand? So why? Because we started with process and we try to grow and we keep on moving. So in everything you do, you just have to checkmate yourself. Am I still at the same level? Do I need improvement? Which, if you ask me, I'll say yes, because improvement will make you get better, and the more you get better, the more expensive you get. Okay, so the second one, example of that is a photographer developed a pre-shoot checklist to ensure all equipment is ready, results in smoother shoot and high quality output. For instance, sometime in the group, someone will say, hi, I forgot. But you were booked a week ago or a month ago, and you have to plan. Okay, tomorrow you are going. You do not checkmate. You do not check. Oh, what am I lacking? Do you know that I have a permanent bag in this bag that you see memory card, at least 4. It's permanent there. And the camera has its own. I have speed light inside there. I have speed light battery inside there. I was telling them yesterday that there's no way that I will come and somebody will tell me that speed light get fault. And we are photographers. If I should ask you now, how many of you come here with your camera? No, our camera they work for house. force of identity as a street photographer is my camera. And the moment they see me, this one a photographer. And so that alone, I've already killed them, as in the morale. I've already gone down. So when they come further, yes, I'm a photographer, and this is it. So what I'm trying to say is that you checkmate. Everything you do, apart from photography, you are into hairdressing, or maybe office worker you are, you just have to keep on. You are going to the office, you have something that you are working on, and you did not finish it. So if you are going to the office, you should know that you take your laptop, or you check if everything that your boss needs to do already in plan before you go. But not that when you get to the office, I forgot to do this, and you don't want your boss to query you. No. So checkmate, you understand. So second one is practice. Practice. And like they say, practice make work perfect. So you just have to practice. Now, do you know that I don't know when I slept to 10. It's either 3 a.m. Maybe if I slept early, it should be 1 a.m. As of yesterday, last night, I slept to 4. And this morning, 7, Oga phone woke me up. Oga Foley Brown. He woke me up just to greet me and, congratulate and things like that. I said, So I did not go back to bed because I have to be here. So the more you practice about your craft, the more it becomes part of you. If I say today I remain a full-time street photographer, it's something that makes it like that because I practice a lot, either on my street or anywhere I find myself, whether with my phone or my camera, but I'll know that I'm on the street. So when I speak, when I art, people will know that, yeah, this person has that experience. So what you are doing, you are a portrait photographer, you are an event photographer. Now, okay, that event photographer, is it must that you have to wait until I have to call you for a job that I will pay you, and you know very well that you don't have this experience, and you know that I'm always shooting an event? What stops you from approaching me in a good manner way? That, bros, I know say you know this, you know that, so how can I join you just for me to have this experience? My brother, my sister, if you talk to 1 or 2 or 3, 1 out of the 3 will answer you. But not the other way around, that I want you to be my mentor. Meanwhile, what is your mind is for you to come and do apprenticeship. But you're not turning to mentor. Mentor does not mean that you have to see me in person. But you want to come to my studio and then understudy me. Hey, that is not more mentoring. Do you understand? So you have the camera with you, and you know that you have already learned 1 or 2 things. How long do you play with your camera? Some of us, if I ask you now, did you this week, how many times did you touch the camera apart from customer call you? And so if you make it a habit, the practice is one of the process when you make it habit. So maybe your phone have zooming, it have settings and all that. So what are we saying? So practice on your craft. Before people will call you that, this person a master, this person I cannot do without them. Go watch that person. That person has burned candles. That person has done sleepless nights. Wait till they do, wait till they sleep late. Now to just they look at this one, which posing they post so, and which picture is on snap so, which one. I might not comment, I might not like it, but I'll just there looking at something. So I know that, okay, this light now, this hand now, okay, light today here, light it, okay, light today this side, okay, 4 light I'm seeing. You have to do practice. For me to see light, whereby I'm on the street, I've already seen the image, I know that I have to reduce my aperture, ISO and all that, is because I've trained my eyes. And one of the things in street photography is your eyes. But that one is another talk for another day. So practice is very, very important. Practice is very, very important to your craft. Whether photographer or whatever craft you do, practice is very, very important. So consistent effort and dedication are necessary to honor skills and expertise. Regular practice helps define techniques leading to exceptional results. So an example is that a writer commits to writing 1,000 words daily. A writer, for you to be a good writer, one of them is coming here, which is Shewa Akinsomi, from business stroke photography, went to prison, and from prison he came back fully to be a photographer, and from that he now became a writer. And that man, if he come here today now, all the experience he faces here, he will now begin to write on each one of them. And when you go read them, when you finish them, you say, wow. But remember anything? No, the guy is a good guy. Wait till you remember, no, a good guy. Why there are some people that when they read, it sticks there, because they already trained themselves that I need to memorize this thing. I need to memorize this thing. See, this is what my pikin do today. Self, me, I never even know the old one before I say new one. But I know say my photography money where they spend on top of they work. So what we are saying is that try to practice. Nothing like say we don't pay for this game. Nobody to carry camera. Once I see camera, I don't dabble. Me, I want prominent people, and prominent people, there's a way you approach them. You have to learn. So learning is a continuous thing. So you cannot say, no, I don't know, wait till another shoot. No, not to hold the camera alone, but how to go about doing the job of being carrying camera. When it comes to event, when it comes to a street, when it comes to portrait, when it comes to that studio, people come there. Why be say the author say, that guy, I don't like the way they talk to me. So you have to go and learn how to talk to people. So what are we saying? You practice. You train yourself. So then after all, we've talked about first, second, which is practice. The third one is patience. I beg, breathe. Because most of us we won't make. Kelechi they charge in daily charge now 2.5 million, maybe now 4 million or 5 million, because everything don't cost. You won't charge that amount. Can you deliver? That is the first question. So my brother, see, when you go through the process, it's just like you take a seed, you plant. You know what water them, and that ground way mascot put them, the ground self, it dey look for water, and you want the thing to grow. Mascot, why now? No, now you have to be patient. You have to you what? So see, this third one is killing a lot of us. From nowhere, you told the person that this apprenticeship is 6 months, but because you need someone to be there all the time, you now say, okay, you know what, Abro, you have to know this thing, so that team over still around, you do 1 or 2 things. Passport say oleya, you can't use that mind teach. The moment that boy or that girl hold that camera, pam, customer pay money, you came back, he told you, give me 5. If you do that in 3 times, that child, God help you, you will not see him again. For my oga to give me high 5, I don't blow. Do you understand? And this is just passport, and the oga did not have the time to tell you that technically something, this one. Oga just say, because that money, it will sort out one of the bills. not be because of say you shoot something good or anything. No, that money where you now be that high five for, but he no know. So he will not jump from that process. He will even leave practice safe. Straight, mommy me, multi-man ya photo, multi-man photo ya that, no. So see, if I snap for you, no, mommy me, I need camera. And a good mother or parents, definitely they'll find a way for you. And they'll get you the camera. They'll be happy that my son, my child, things like that, they'll get it for you. But they never know that that child did not complete the assignment, the process. And the process 6 months, you that gave 6 months, you know that first month is this, second month is that, third month is it. So 5th and 6th is where you will now begin to do the job very well. So if you now go after that 6, no problem. But you did not finish that one, you now jump. Practice, you go buy camera. You now went to the 4th one. And say, they should not slap you, or they should not seize your camera, or they should not lock you up when you do not deliver what you claim to know. No, they have to arrest the person. So now practice success for you to have a success in everything you do. You have to be patient. Success comes when you are patient with thought, you know that you what you have practiced and what you have learned, you practice and you have patience for it. Then the next one, which is the last one, which is the fourth point, is profit. So before profit come, these three, the process, the practice, the patience, if you jump them, no, profit go tell you, say, go back. Profit will tell you that number one, now you go back to. And that is what our Oga said. He said first one, education. Third, so, which means it continue. Education no get. I hope I never part my time, Sha. You said if they say make I continue. No, but no. Okay. I noticed that. Okay, for the first time in 9 years, it's today that I'm doing this. I always prepare, but when I see the speakers and no time, I'll just say, you know what, Peter, let them go. She understand. So maybe what I'll do, let me show one or two of my work, because most of them, they never see my work.
All right, we will create time for that. Let's excuse you. So we just have to do some adjustments on our time. So please, can we put our hands together for him? All right. Then meanwhile, before he steps down.
No, the last one never. The last one.
He has the last point, and it's like the man's slide was running too fast.
No, see,
sorry, please.
My mind.
Carry on.
My mind.
Sorry, thank you.
So
thank you.
Okay, so they said the fourth one is profit. So now that profit is the ultimate goal of any business or endeavor. Profit is the reward for dedication, hard work, and wise decision making. So if you see what surround this profit that I just read out now, if you check the three that I've already talked about, it's still, so you know that this one is supposed to be bottom line. And for you to come to this bottom line, you have done enough. Because somebody we cannot look at you and say, when you say, I need this, a person will ask you two questions and you cannot comfortably answer. The person will know that you never arrive. And that's why when you talk to some people with idea, or you talk to somebody that this is the idea I have, or this is what I do, and I need assistance, or I need equipment, the person will look at you and say, because the person has experience of things like this, he will ask you one of the questions which you are not expecting to hear, and if you fail, that's all. But you see another person will go to that the same person and ask of something, and they will answer. You say, hey, now from village. Now, thank God I'm not in the village, because everything village, and you don't check yourself. My brother, mascot, check yourself. Because see, for instance, okay, the example I gave here, a graphic designer invests in learning new software, resulting in high-paying client and increased revenue. What is our team? Value and money. Now, his own target is high-pay clients. So he cannot just remain and the number one, say, I don't go through the process. So waiting remain. Make I go profit, Jerry, make I go look for money. No, now, even though this one's way the roadside itself, they will tell say, they must, the camera, sorry, I be and they tell you talk. Do you understand? You are just carrying camera. They will tell you, and they don't know anything. No. You self, you know, say this will they don't know anything. How come they can't know say me? I just they carry camera. Because you yourself know say you know pass through the right channel. You know. So please, we are colleagues. I be photographer. I see they carry camera. After today, I no go rest. They wait. They make a come do one thing. See, practice. And this is the reason why this platform and this program, just to say, if you don't have access to a person like me, I did that, or things like that, but at least if you can't one like this, at least even a one thing, you just carry go. Maybe your own issue is that process you know complete them. There's no armies. Or Galagbaja, make a journey can't stay for here. This thing, I don't know where maybe if I deal with you now, I can. My camera, they give me blue instead of red. Ask now. It's better for you to just go outside there and disgrace person than you will show you where you talk say photographer, then they do that. Now, because of some of us we no pass through the right channels. Do you understand? So if they go to event, now see the way our dad design they sit down here. I'll come there for their front. They do like this. For 20 minutes or 10 minutes. No now. But if I go there, I just do like this. I already set everything. I already know what I want to shoot, anything. I just set myself. I just come, pow. You see, not that I'm like this. No, you see, then they said they will be happy self. You understand? Pam. I go. Maybe if I not get it very well, I will come back again. Say, this I not get on well. Maybe I might come this way. So I came this way. I might come this way. They will be thinking that I want to take another thing. But now the same picture I want to take. Why? It's because I passed through process and practice. Now, the way I practice my own is church. Yes, anything photography for me, it started from church. And I give you. I know Sabia, I never hold camera before, but I tell that my now is a deacon. I told him that this your camera where they carry. You know, but the other one always say when you snap, you go they do like this. That one they pay me. That is analog. But when he brought the digital, I did see him for my graphics school, but I never touched that camera before. I just told him that this thing Asabiam. Asabiam. So he believes me. So the way I said it, they believe him because he knows that they work out. I carried that camera, the church big I think he know my church. I went round, not knowing that he's looking at me because he's sound engineer. So there's a glass that you can see through. So he's looking at me, he knows that I did not snap anything. But what I was doing, I was posing because I used to see people, I will pose. So used to people notice that they snap, I know they snap. So he knows. So when I came, he said, hey, let me see what you snap. I said, I will show you. So when I gave him the camera, it's off. He said, the camera is off. I said, it's off. Now you off. No, it's off. He not on. He said, you don't sabi anything. Now here, then they on him. After that day, I'm telling you, I make sure that he will never see reason to tell me that you know Sabi. In fact, our GO have to call him that, come, who is the photographer here? Because we know you as a photographer, but it's not gospel. Because of that statement that, you don't know him, make I show you. No, I go know him. But today, I'm now photographer, a proud one. You see, because why? I went through the process, patience enough, practice enough, patience enough, and now today, the profit, you all are sharing for it. You see, so those four, they are brothers. You can't take, like this we're gonna see. You see, while I don't come. Do you understand? While I don't come, but if I leave this one now, see, so this 5, God know why the 5 is there. My brother, my sister, that 4 principle, even in one room, your own student, they like the way Oga Kelechi starting from room. If you follow them, I'm telling you, next year when we are coming here, you have a testimony. You are all welcome. I want to welcome one of our speakers again that came in, Mr. Kola Oshalusi. Well, you know, he will do but I'm just recognizing your presence. Yeah. Okay, so time for question, he will call. Abi?
Yes.
Oh, now?
No.
Okay, so he will call. Thank you once more.
All right, let's appreciate him if we really benefited anything from that session. All right, thank you very, very much. That was a good one. What was the first point, please? Process. The second point? The third point? And the fourth point? I hope we have those things thoroughly explained. And these are the things that if you leverage on them, success is sure in this industry, irrespective of the challenging times. People still need our services, and of course, they need value for money. And once you observe some of these things that he has mentioned, I am sure that the client that needs you will come looking for you. All right, just like Gaspo, already, some people already coming in, we have a very respected colleague, that is Mr. Kola Oshalushi. Please let's appreciate him. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Permit me, I did not officially recognize one of our very respected own, who in fact will be coming up to speak to us shortly. He is Mr. Ajibulu Emmanuel Oluwole. Let's appreciate him. He's the man in ties, in both ties. Thank you very much. We also have one of our ambassadors. He's a tourist, a very good one at that. And he's also seated amongst us. I think while Gaspo was giving his lectures, the fine gentleman walked in. Ambassador, you are welcome. Ambassador Odmola Abayomi, you're welcome, sir. All right, so very quickly, we will be moving to the next section. Please, in the course of all this, just because of time, we will be reserving our questions. So what we want to implore you to do now is, since you have a writing pad, for every of the sections taken so far, where you have questions, or probably you have comments, please just take them down, and when we call for that section, you would be able to come up with it. Thank you. All right, I'm equally informed that the link for this live footage of this program is already out there. So please, you can go to our platform That's the lecture, that's the lecture room itself, right? The lecture room. So please, and then maybe we might have a slide that will show it here for those who are not on that platform, so they can also pick it. So please, we implore you to help escalate it so that our friends, other creatives, wherever they may be, can also join in this program. Thank you very much. So very quickly, we want to introduce the next speaker. The next speaker is Ajibulu Emmanuel Oluwole. As you can see already showing on the screen, he will be speaking to us on developing a standard mindset as an entrepreneur. So please, may I welcome him to the podium. And before I hand over the microphone to him, I would like to introduce him properly. This is his profile. Ajibulu Emmanuel Oluwole is an outgoing and ambitious professional with 13 years of experience in various industries, including telecommunications, oil and gas, procurement, agrotechnology, and media. Oluwole is one of our speakers at this year's edition of PCRiC 9.0. He will be speaking on developing a standard mindset as an entrepreneur. Throughout his career, he has distinguished himself for excellence and continuous growth. He brings a unique blend of creativity, strategic thinking, and relationship management skills to drive business success and foster client satisfaction. So please, I want you to join me once again as I make welcome Mr. Oluwole.
Thank you very much. It's such an honor being with professionals. I acknowledge the presence of His Excellency and all dignitaries present. I regard photographers as geniuses. I'm a trained communicator. My first degree is in mass communication. And the course I dreaded most was photography. Because we had to draw eyes, you will need to understand how the eye functions so that you can be able to know how to use the camera. So we went through a lot to learn photography, and I didn't do well in photography in school. It was always a tough time to pass that course. But I thank God that I finished and I didn't have carryover in it. But so anytime I meet photographers, I just regard you as a genius. For you to be able to understand that tool of trade, it means that there is something about you that should be respected. So I respect this gathering, and I acknowledge the hard work of Mr. Gaspard. Like I said during the interview, I've known him for quite a while. We worked together in 2 churches as members of the media team. And we currently also work together in my church media team. We both lead the team of the church media crew. So the topic I've been given to discuss this morning is having a standard mindset, because I have come to understand the fact that what makes your camera important is you. You are the reason why your camera is valuable. And imagine someone handling a weapon, a weak hand handling a dangerous weapon. The weapon will not be deadly if the person wielding it is not strong enough. So the impact that your weapon will make is dependent on the strength of the person handling it. And that is why we have to talk about mindset. As entrepreneurs, we often focus on strategies, products, and markets. You see someone, he wants to start a business, he's thinking about okay, I'll buy a new camera. When I buy a camera, I'll open a studio. When I set up a studio, then I'll print out flyers. When I print out flyers, people will come to my studio and snap pictures. And God help him, he has access to some liquidity, he has funds, and quickly he begins to pursue his ambition. Okay, you can just stay on first slide. I'm going there, I'll come here shortly, but we are on the first slide. Now, as entrepreneurs, it's not all about setting up or kicking out to quickly do what has been on your mind. It is about your mindset. Developing a standard mindset isn't just about staying positive. It's about building a foundation of resilience, adaptability, and vision. These are the things that should be in you first before you even attempt to go out to set up any business. You must have the foundation of resilience that no matter what happens, I will not give up. And the ability to adapt, because times are changing. Times are changing. I know a photographer on my street who is he's frustrated. He's an elderly man. I met him one day and he said that he's finding it hard to feed his family and he would need my help. I said, what do you do for a living? He said, I've been doing photography for about 30 years. I said, So what happened? Why did you stop? I saw him on another day selling his photography gears. People would come, he would sell camera today, sell tripod stands. He was just selling things. I almost even bought a camera from him. Now I said, what happened? He said, camera phone destroyed his business. I said, how? He said, everybody carries camera phone now. Nobody is patronizing photographers. And he shut down his business because of that. Meaning that he did not prepare for changing times. A time might come. It might look or sound impossible now. A time will come that you will start snapping pictures by just and you have to be ready for when that time will come. You have to be ready for when that time will come because times are changing. There will be challenging times. There will be turbulent times. And if your mind is not adapting, not trained your mind to flow with the tide, to float when it should float, to sink when it should sink, to glide when it should glide, by the time the challenging times come, you are going to fold up. You will start selling your precious camera. You will start selling your studio. You will rent out your studio, and you'll be waiting to see, is he bringing in returns? You know some photographers rent out studios, frustrated ones. They will rent out their studio, rent out camera. Why? Because you are renting it out to someone who is more prepared than you. What an unfortunate situation. I pray that we will learn from this teaching. I'm sorry, I'm a church guy. So let's go to the second slide. I painted a scenario there. I'm just going straight to it. Imagine, the second one, that you are about to close a critical deal that could transform your business. Instead of the usual meeting place, you take your client to a high-class, sophisticated business environment, a place that radiates success and professionalism, just like you are doing here. Do you know how many people wanted to follow me here because I'm coming to Oriental Hotel to speak? They can't just wrap their head around the fact that, one of the biggest hotels in Lagos, you are going there to speak. No. I have to be there. In fact, one of my friends wanted to fly in from Abuja. I had to tell her, calm down, because I knew the bill might be on me, so I just told her to calm down. Now, as they step in, they are immediately impressed. In that moment, you've done more than just present your proposal. You have communicated your value without saying a word. You've shown them the level of excellence they can expect when they work with you. in today's competitive world, it's not just about what you offer, but how you position yourself. Elevating your environment is one of the most effective tools to influence and inspire confidence, ultimately securing the contract. You have to elevate your environment. I've entered studios that looks like shrine. You will think that it is owned by a herbalist. Why? Because it reflects the mindset of the owner of the studio. You have you have robust resources to leverage on. You have the internet. You can set up a studio. You can use AI to set up a studio and replicate it. That you see people hanging Kampala at the back as backdrop does not mean that you also must open your studio to hang Kampala. You can evolve, and you can set up a trend that every other photographer around you will start copying. And you could even become a consultant. Oh, please, that studio, there is a new photographer in town that wants to set up your studio. How much will it cost? 2 million. Hey, please, how soon can you get it done for us? Because before you know it, you are setting up studios for people. We used to have a barber in my village then when I was much younger. He came from nowhere and took everybody's customer. What did he do? He started washing people's head. He will barb your hair and wash your head for you. After barbing, he will wash your head, use soap, and get clean towel and clean your hair. Like he will dry clean you. You won't need to get home and bath. Other barbers, they got worried. They went to the king and spoke to him. They should help them beg him to stop taking their customers. He said, did I come to your shop to ask customers to follow me? That I'm just doing my job. They had to, it took a smear campaign for people to stop going to his shop. So they gave him a name. They started calling him Fada Gary. Because if the man carves your hair, they would think that you are a mannequin. He does an excellent job. So they now started telling parents, don't let them go, don't let your children go to his barbing salon. He uses cutlass to barb people's hair. And you know, elderly people, they'll say, and he's a ritualist. The water he uses to wash people's head, he takes it to herbalists and so on. Before he knew what was happening, customers started receding. But how did he win their customers? He elevated his work environment. If you won't go home with anything today, go with the determination that you will elevate your environment. And I thank God that you even have a community. There's nothing stopping you. If you have good relationship with your community members, and you know that one, two, or three of you, maybe in Alimosho now, there is an A-class studio in Alimosho. In Lekki Axis, there is another one. In a.k.a, there is another one. In Ogun State, there is another one. And all of you have relationship with the owner of those studios, and you want to close a deal, and your clients want to meet you, and you know that where your own studio is not up to standard, and you want to close a multi-million naira deal. There's nothing stopping you from walking up to one of the standardized studios in that area to close your deal. And the owner of the studio, he knows the drill. Once you show up and you show up with client, perhaps you would have even informed him, I'm coming with so, I'll close the deal. Please, whatever it is, I'm giving you 2%. And by the time you show up, he would shift for you and act as if you are the owner of the place. And he gives you all the support that you need, and he gets paid for it. I think that is what the community can do that's what you can do for each other. There is no need for any of you to suffer. The basic step has been made, setting up a forum. Now that you have a forum, the next thing is that you are supposed to create a support system. A support system, because fingers are not equal. Fingers are not equal. A standard entrepreneurial mindset is a framework of thinking that empowers an entrepreneur to remain adaptable, to remain proactive, to remain growth-oriented, especially in uncertain or challenging environments. It is the mental attitude and approach that shapes how an entrepreneur views opportunities, challenges, failures, and success. Proactive thinking. Now let's break it down. Proactive thinking requires that it's a standard of mind that takes initiative. It anticipates the market trends. You know, I told you that a time might come that you start snapping pictures with your eye by just blinking. You can proactively prepare for when that time would come. And if you get it before every other person, you can even initiate that trend. You know, a trend is initiated by a person. Somebody started it. The breakthrough trend will start by someone. So if it occurs to you first and you perfect it, you can initiate it and you become an authority in it. Resilience and problem solving. They see failures and setbacks as temporary roadblocks that offers valuable lessons rather than being discouraged. They actively look for solutions, learning from mistakes to refine their strategy. You refine your strategy by learning from your mistakes. You are resilient and you have the mentality of a problem solver. I remember when I observed my NYSC, I served in NTA. That was in 2006. Then you could still be assigned to government parastatals and private organizations to serve. So I worked in the NTA as a news reporter. And when I got there, they were not going to post me to handle serious beats. They were taking me to ridiculous beats. They would say, oh, yeah, go and cover inter-house sport. Or they would assign me to the hospital. They knew I had phobia for hospital, so I was always attached to the hospital. I had a very wicked news editor then. But every time, I had the opportunity of also following the big journalists out. And when we go